Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Joe here bringing you the next episode of my Chelsea Road on FIFA 17. Today we have three huge matches in three different competitions. Manchester United at home in the league and Everton in the quarter-finals of the FA Cup at home. And then Bayern Munich in the second leg, which we won 1-0 away, which we won 1-0 at the Bridge. But we're now going to take one in the second leg at their ground to attempt to book our spot in the quarter-finals of the Champions League. They are the three games that we'll be playing in today's episode. So let's just jump straight to today's first one at home to Manchester United in the Premier League and see what the lineups are. My Chelsea team: Courtois in goal, Aurier, Cahill, Godin and Aspilicueta at the back, as you'd expect. Matic and Kante in CDM, with Goetze and Hazard as the wide men, with Dybala and Costa up top. In the 4-2-2 formation. I've made the odd change or two here and there on the bench with regards to Everton coming up in the next match in the FA Cup, another must-win game regardless of it's Everton or not. It has to be a win for us to edge us closer to winning the FA Cup. United's line-up is Tahir in goal, Darmian Blind, Smalling, Rojo, Pogba, Schneiderlin, Mkhitaryan, Lingard, Mata and Antoine Griezmann. Rooney, Ibrahimovic, Bailly, Lewandowski, Ozil, Jones and Romero make up the bench. Let's get into the first half, and this is the top two battle, so we need to, if we win this, our position at the top of the table is extended to 7 points. Costa, can we roll the defender? We can get a shot away now, blocked by Schneiderlin in the box. Kante's going to close Lingard down and hopefully put in a challenge, and Dars comes away with the ball too. Can we get up to Costa? We can. Into Goetze, finesse. Simple save for De Gea in the process. Oh, I knew what they were going to do. They were going to go to Lingard all day long. I just committed a foul and that's a free kick. I was wary at the penalty box. That's where that came into play. But yellow card for Cahill on the brink of half-time. Currently Chelsea 0, Manchester United 0. Not a lot has happened. Clipped his toe or his foot, and Lingard goes down. A free kick in a dangerous position to be taken by Pogba for Manchester United. Another goal-scoring threat for them. Matic is injured, unfortunately for us. And luckily enough for us, Griezmann heads wide. I expect him to bury that. Let's just quickly see if Matic is actually injured. Hasn't got an injury logo next to his name, but he is on a yellow card, so I might take him off anyway at the moment. In a moment at half time, but let's see how things go. And that's half time itself. Chelsea 0, Manchester United 0 at Stamford Bridge. A loss is not what we need in this game. We'll take a draw. I'll take a win any day, as long as we stay above Manchester United by a good few points come the end of this game. If it's a draw, it's still 4 points. If we win it, though, it's 7. If Manchester United win, they will reduce the current deficit from 4 points down to 1. So, and that makes things much more interesting and more tense for us. But in other games, Aston Villa 1, West Brom 1, Bournemouth 1, Norwich 1. Not too shabby at all in Saturday's matches to this point. I am going to take, I don't want to, but I'll take Matic off for Fabregas because he did have an injury logo in the match apparently, and he's on the yellow card, so we really can't really take that risk. But let's get into the second half and be a bit more attacking, because the match backs, they've had 4 shots, 1 on target. We've had 2 shots, 2 on target, and none of it's come off. So let's hope that in the second half we'll actually see a goal. Lingard, can we get the ball away from our box, please? Or we can't put a challenge in. We can this time. We come away with the ball, hopefully. Not like that to Griezmann. We're not even going to get anywhere. Simple save for Courtois. Get out, 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 get out. What the hell? Oh my God, what the hell? Why did I didn't even... Oh my God, we are now 1-0 down because Courtois dropped the ball and I decided to kick it, and then it rebounds off the the attacker, and we are 1-0 down after a good... It was a good save initially from Courtois, but then he decided to drop the ball like I didn't want him to, and then decides to do a poor clearance, and it's... Who scored it? Mata, of all people. Great. We don't need to lose this game. We need to get ourselves back into the game. We haven't been good enough in front of goal, and that needs to change by going on the attacking mentality. Rooney's in, very close to making it 2-0, but a Courtois save, phenomenal one like that, denies him. And Manchester United taking a 2-0 lead at Stamford Bridge. Courtois making 7 saves, De Gea making 2 from our only 2 shots in the game to this point. My God. This game has been an absolute shambles. Can't defend, can't attack, and we're losing, and deservedly so. We should be losing because we've been shocking everywhere across the pitch. At times we can't pass, we can't defend in this game very well, and we can't attack because it's just absolutely insane. Manchester United gets another corner. We've had 3 shots. 11. Manchester United have had 11 shots in this game. Shoot! Oh, De Gea with the save. Another shot with 6 minutes to go. It's a corner in our favour. I'm going to take it short, playing it to Dybala, and then whip the ball straight back in if we can from there. So I've a better chance of scoring it that way. Oh, for God's sake, that was a good pass to Diego Costa, but that is half-time. Full-time. And it ends at Stamford Bridge. Chelsea 0, Manchester United 1. They've reduced the deficit at the top of the table to 1 point. A shocking performance from my team. Manchester United got the win because they deserved it. They had 11 shots, 7 on target. We had 4 shots over the course of 90 minutes. Manchester United were by far the better team in that game, and we got what we deserved. I'm annoyed at that game. I should have done a lot better. Possession was 50-50. A lot of the passes were going astray. You know, some of the passes couldn't even be completed to a player that was right in front of them, and it's just ridiculous. But we got what we deserved, a 1-0 loss. Manchester United reduced the deficit at the top of the table to 1 point, and it was a must-win game. But let's go and take a quick look at the next round of league games we've got coming up and see where they are. I think the next 2 are Watford and Tottenham, which will be in the next episode. Obviously Everton at home in the FA Cup is next, and obviously our most recent game with them was a really, really poor game and ended 0-0. Calendar. So we've got Everton and Bayern finishing off. We've got Swansea away, Watford at home, and then Tottenham at home in the 3-game Premier League episode next time out. So let's see where Swansea, Watford and Spurs are sitting currently in the Premier League. Tables, I hate going through the tables menu. It is so crap and laggy, it is unreal. The other quarter-finals are Rotherham versus Manchester City in the FA Cup, this is. Borough versus Manchester United, Sunderland versus Palace, and of course Chelsea versus Everton. Spurs sit in 4th, Watford are in 8th, while Swansea are down near the relegation zone. So, obviously we need to try and put pressure on Spurs to finish in the top 4 if we can. But that's the next episode. Let's not worry about that. But our next game is against Everton in the quarterfinals of the FA Cup at home. So let's just jump straight into that one and hope that we can actually play some good attacking football, good defensive football, and actually pick up a win and book our spot in the semis at Wembley. There's the quarter-final draw: Everton, Chelsea, Palace, Sunderland, Manchester City, Rotherham, and Manchester United versus Middlesbrough. Now, what I will say is that if you can hear a whirring noise in the background, I'm hoping you don't, then I apologise, but I do have a LiPo battery on charge at this present moment in time. But the player to watch, as you'd expect, is Eden Hazard, 27 years old. That's your goal stats, so I was expecting to do so, but I've made a couple of changes. Goetze out, Willian in, Begovic in for Courtois, and Fabregas and Pasalic coming in for Kante and Matic. They are the key changes. There's the team in full. Courtois, Godin, Christensen, Kante, Pedro, Musonda and Solanke make up the 7-man substitutes bench in the usual 4-2-2 formation. Last time we played in this formation and in this competition, we thrashed Spurs 3-1 away at White Hart Lane. The Everton team can see Lukaku in there, Ross Barkley among others. Let's have a look at their full lineup. I would expect them to have Stecklenburg in goal unless they're substitutes. They've got Arola at the back, retired Browning, Stasic, Williams and Baines, Bezic, McCarthy, Delafeu, Balassi, Barkley and Rondon. It wasn't Lukaku, it was Rondon. Or was it somebody else? Okay, I've got Rondon up top. But last time we played Everton, it was another home game, but in the league. A 0-0 draw, and the most frustrating and boring game I've ever played in my life. Hopefully this time round against them, we will pick up a win and get a few goals in the back of the net too. Costa and Dybala, the key partnership up top. Let's get into the game. Delafeu coming on the attack now for Everton. Darkley, Rondon, good save, Begovic. Nearly said well done to Courtois, but he's not even in the team. Well, he's on the bench. Right, up to Dybala. Let's just smash it past Dybala, why not? Barkley. Delafeu. Fantastic tackle on the air, that doesn't actually help. And they fire wide once again. 35 minutes gone, it's still Chelsea 0. Everton 0 in the FA Cup quarter-final at Stamford Bridge. Good chance there, but Begovic had it covered, but Delafeu fires wide. Good few chances at either end for both teams. So that's well to turn the defender. Hazard, Costa, Dybala, get the shot away now. Can we make it 1-0? We can't. Areola with a fantastic save. That's our best chance of the game so far through Dybala. Tried to go across goal, but possibly was the wrong decision. But smart save from Areola, and we do get the corner. Fabregas is going to come short. Get that into the box now. That's far too close to the keeper. Looks like it's going to be 0-0 at half time. The way this game's going. This is nice, Dybala. And that's half time. Chelsea 0, Everton 0 in the FA Cup at Stamford Bridge. Few end-to-end moments, still 0-0. 2 shots, 2 on target for us. 4 shots, 2 on target for Everton. Very even game, just like it was in the league game last episode, the episode before, when it was frustrating as anything. And by how the first half was gone, this match is going to be just as frustrating. I think a goal is what we need to settle the game, settle the nerves. Let's get into the second half. Pasalic manages to keep hold of the ball. This is good, this is good, this is good, this is good. This is good. Hazard. Oh my God. I didn't expect the ball to go to Hazard. I was expecting that to go back to the penalty spot for Costa to head the ball back. But obviously put the wrong direction, wrong amount of power onto it. And it's a nice save from Areola. Right, I'm going to try and cross it this time, see if it works. I'm not really a fan of it this year, but nice header from Aurier, but fires a bit far wide. Get that, it wasn't even him. It's another corner in our favour. Can we get a chance? Please get that. Yes, right. Alonso into Willian. Can't turn the defender. Gibson. We need to defend this well. Pasalic doesn't. David Luiz needs to come across to Barkley now. Good block. We've managed to keep that now. Cahill, just get it away. That's a nice ball up to Hazard actually, and Costa or Dybala can't actually keep hold of it. Gibson, right. I feel a change is needed now. What do I do though? Now in the last FA Cup match, we were losing 1-0 to Spurs, and Dybala came off for Solanke, and that was the move. That was what gave us the chance, and actually gave us the 3-1 win. So I'm going to do it again, see if it works, because for all we know it might. A replay, not what we want, but we'll deal with it if that's what happens. You know, it's not ideal with what we've got in terms of Premier League and Champions League, but we've got to deal with it, unfortunately, if that's what happens. As the Stasic sends the ball wide, 15 minutes to go. Down the line for Aurier. Inside for Solanke, gets the shot away, another shot at the keeper. That's not what I wanted in terms of the pass, but Alonso manages to keep it, and that is, we've got it, still have got the ball. Willian, Fabregas, running out of space here, Fabregas again. I need support, where's my support? There we go. Solanke, Costa, Solanke again gets tackled, can he keep hold of it? We can't. Babes, with 5 minutes to go, as it stands, we're going to a replay at Goodison. Unless we can nick a goal now, because the replay is not desirable, but we'll take it if that's what that means. This is good. Oh my God. I just can't break Everton down right now. Doesn't quite do it as well as I was expecting. David Luiz needs to do better and doesn't. Is that full time? It is. It's Chelsea 0, Everton 0 once again in this fixture. And because it's the FA Cup, we have an extra fixture to play in the replay at Goodison Park in about 10 days' time. So that means that we'll have to add a game into an episode. A very even game once again. Neither team, a draw based off the stats, was a fair result. And nothing else really happened apart from that. Let's go and check what else happened. Hold on, resume match. We're going to extra time. I'm assuming. It is extra time. It's the quarterfinals of the FA Cup. We don't have a replay. Fair enough. Oh my God, no. We don't have a replay. I thought we did. Not a good start, but I didn't even realise it was extra time. Maybe that thing's been scrapped. I think that I could be wrong, but that might have the replay rule might have actually been scrapped from the quarterfinals onwards or something. I can't quite remember. So we've got extra time. We don't have a replay. We don't have an extra fixture. That's good. Just need to focus now on getting that win. Yes. Yes, yes. Hazard is in. Oh, come off it. That was a poor piece of play, but Marcus Alonso. Oh, yes. Yes, Solanke. The job is done once again. Solanke comes on off the bench in the FA Cup and makes an impact once again. He did it, getting a couple of assists for us against Spurs, and he's done it once again here, putting us in front in extra time against Everton. He is the impact sub in the FA Cup. I haven't tried bringing Costa off yet, but it worked. We took Dybala off for him against Spurs and it worked. We've done it again against Everton and it's worked again. That's his first goal in the FA Cup and a very big and important one at that. Chelsea 1, Everton 0 at Stamford Bridge in the FA Cup at the start of extra time. Fabregas, come on. No, 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 no. No, 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 what? No. I'm sorry. I would love to know how Begovic didn't actually catch that or even put his hand on it to grab hold of that. I'm sorry, I'm watching the replay of that. Begovic has missed both the player and the ball as Everton walk the ball, literally walk the ball into the back of the net for an equalising goal. What on earth is that? That's his first goal in the cup. Omar Osama brings Everton back level at the bridge in the FA Cup after an absolute howler from both the defence and the goalkeeper. Nice ball over to Willian. Fantastic ball. He's in. Yes, we're back in it. Right at the end, Willian goes right close to goal, takes a shot on right at the last second, and we score. Lovely ball over to him from Pedro. And I thought I'd screwed up a little bit as the defender came in for the tackle, but I made sure I got the shot away at the right time and did. And it's Chelsea 2, Everton 1 with about a minute or two of the match left to be played. This is huge. This really is huge. We need to just defend this lead for the 2 minutes that are left. Extra time won't have helped our recovery process for the Champions League. I can tell you that for a way. So, but I did make a few changes. Kante and Matic will be playing in the game against Bayern. So will Dybala, Costa, Hazard, Goetze. Goetze hasn't featured at all today. He is pivotal in the Champions League fixtures for sure. Kante came in on the bench, off the bench, and that's that. 2-1 ends at Stamford Bridge after extra time in the FA Cup against Everton, and we book our spot in the semi-finals at Wembley to be played next month. Who have we got though? That's the question. Let's have a look and see whatever other results have occurred, if any. A very even game, like we said, at at 90 minutes, but no other matches were played on the Saturday. So what else is going to happen? None of the other games are played, so we must have been an early kick-off or something like that. Let's just quickly advance and see if we can determine who's facing who in the semi-finals of the FA Cup before jumping into the third and final big match of today's episode against Bayern Munich. Michy Batshuayi is coming back from his injury and is back in the team. Willing is thankful for me putting my faith into him. Let's advance to the Bayern game and see what's happening with regards to the FA Cup. We've got some emails to go through, but let's check the season. Okay, what's the FA Cup situation? We have Manchester City at the end of April in the semi-finals of the FA Cup. There we go. So, what are the fixtures? We've got... alright. So, we're playing at Wembley, of course. Let's have a look at the fixtures of the FA Cup. There it is. So, Manchester United won on penalties against Middlesbrough, while Sunderland knocked Palace out and we knocked Everton out. So, Sunderland versus Manchester United is the other semi. Chelsea versus Manchester City is the other. So, not too bad at all. And obviously, they both played at Wembley, I assume. So, let's have a quick look at these emails before jumping into the game against Bayern, if there's anything important. Match rescheduled, nothing to do. That's obviously because of the FA Cup. Batshuayi is obviously back. Yeah, Gertz, you're playing against Bayern in the Champions League. Don't you worry about the last couple of months. Congratulations on staying us close to the cup final. I hope you don't mind me saying I really want to play a part in this cup run, so I'm totally committed to getting us that trophy in what might be my last season. JT, you're in the team for the next game, possibly against Manchester City. But Bayern is next up, so let's just jump straight into that one and secure our spot in the last 8 of the Champions League, a competition that the board want us to win. Bayern's team: Neuer, Lahm, Hummels, Boateng, Alaba, Vidal, Thiago, Alonso, Mahrez, Müller, Costa. The team is exactly the starting 11 for Bayern is exactly the same that took us on in the first leg at Stamford Bridge. I would think our first team was the same team that took them on in the first leg as well. Restored back to its not necessarily its fully fit, because out of the starting 11, Hazard and Costa are the only 2 players not fully fit for this game, but they do feature because they are key, along with Dybala, Götze, Matic, Kante, Azpilicueta, Zima, Godin, Aurier and Thibaut Courtois. Fabregas is on the bench. He was knackered, but he's on the bench because of his experience, and among others, JT's on there, Begovic, of course, David Luiz, Pedro. So let's get into the first half, secure the win, and make sure we defend that 1-0 aggregate lead from the first half, and make sure we secure our spot in the quarterfinals of the Champions League. Lahm. Nice tackle from Hazard. Can he keep hold of it? He can't. He can actually. No, he can't. Mahrez tackles him. We're used to Mahrez, of course, from him being at Leicester. But is that going to be their throw? It is. We're 10 minutes in and we're still 1-0 up on aggregate. Oh my God, no. That was a poor pass. We're probably going to concede. Oh, Courtois, you are absolute beast, you are. I genuinely thought I'd screwed up there and Bayern had taken the lead, bringing the game completely back to level. Hazard. Costa. Hazard once again. Kante. Aurier. Götze does well to turn and defend and get the shot away. Is it 2-0 on aggregate? It is. We take the lead after half an hour and it's a 2-0 lead on aggregate. That means that Bayern, in order for them to win this game and go through, they only need to score 3 goals. Now, they obviously have the firepower and the quality to do so, but we also have the firepower to extend it, we also have the firepower to defend it, and we're 2-0 up on aggregate. A lovely turn from Götze, nice shot, nice goal. Neuer had no chance, and we are on course once again with strengthened position into the quarter-finals of the Champions League. Götze's first goal in the competition this season. And that's half time. Chelsea are 1-0 up in the second leg. We're 2-0 up on aggregate and on course to book our spot in the quarter-finals of the Champions League ahead of one of the favourites to win it this season. Along with, obviously, Barcelona and Madrid are up there too. And they are two teams we would like to avoid in the quarters if we can. Benfica are currently beating CSKA Moscow at half-time in their game. So let's get into the second half and finish the game off. You're there to do. But you clear it out to a Bayern player who shoots wide. Let's check on the fitness of the team right now. Hazard is dead. Let's just get Hazard off. Bring him on for Pedro. Costa will probably be coming off soon as well, just to make sure he's fully fit for the next game against Swansea. Actually, no, I'll leave it for the time being. Still 2-0, just under half an hour to go in this match. I thought Dybala would have kept his run going, but Goetze picks up the loose ball. Nice ball to Charlie Musonda round the corner nicely for Pedro, who's in. Can he make it 3-0 on aggregate? He can't. He flies wide. No. I thought that was Pedro banging the ball to the back of the net. No way. That's ridiculous, but it is still 1-0. 10 minutes to go. Bayern are surely out now. That's full time, and it is. It's Chelsea 2. Bayern Munich 1 it ends on aggregate. 1-0 over the course of the two legs. Is how the results went on both legs, sorry, should I say. And at the expense of Bayern Munich, the favourites, should I say, we've managed to book our spot in the quarter-finals, and what a result. They had 10 shots, 6 on target. Well, our only shot on target was the goal. That shows how just brilliant the team is. And let's go and take a look at how the Champions League pans out for the quarter-finals. I'm thinking Benfica are through ahead of CSKA Moscow. But we'll see in a couple of days' time as to how the quarter-final pans out. From this, we can say that Porto are through. Manchester United are through ahead of PSG. Barcelona are through, so are Real Madrid. Chelsea are obviously through ahead of Bayern Munich. Benfica are through. Manchester City are through, and Lyon are through. No extra time or penalties to be required across any of the last 16 ties. So let's see who's facing who in the quarter-final phase, and see what's occurring in the next episode, which, by the way, will be in all three Premier League games. All three games are in the Premier League. Swansea, Watford, and Spurs, I believe it is. But we will check the calendar. Swansea kick things off, but let's advance to the game itself and just see what's happening in the Champions League. Right, office, what have we got email-wise? Match reschedule. Tournament prize money, 5.5 million from the Champions League. Batshuayi, Kante, Aspilicueta and Costa leaving on international duty. That's fine by me, and Goetze wants to say thank you for putting him in the team, and that's why he got us the goal and the win. So what can I do? In the next episode we have Swansea, Watford and Spurs, away from home and then at home and then at home. But who do we have in the Champions League? We have Porto. That is not what I was expecting to have in the quarterfinals of the Champions League. Manchester City versus Benfica is one of the other quarters. So that is interesting. Have Barcelona and Real Madrid been paired up with each other? Let's have a look and see. Champions Cup, no, that's not what one is. Tables. See how it pans out. Right. Oh, I hate the tables menu. It is so laggy. Right. Oh, that's the FA Cup. That's right. That's the FA Cup. We want the Champions League, which should be now when it loads. It is. Right. So Benfica have Manchester City. We have Porto, of course. While Barcelona and Real Madrid have been separated. It's Barcelona versus Lyon and Manchester United versus Real Madrid. 4 very tasty looking quarter-final ties. Be interesting to see what happens, but we've got Porto, so I'm happy with that. I really am. I was expecting to get Bayern or Real Madrid, but so Swansea, Watford and Spurs make up the next episode. Then in the episode after that we have Arsenal, Porto and Leicester, and then Porto again in the episode after that with Manchester City in the FA Cup and Liverpool in the Premier League as we edge closer to the end of Season 2. This is insane. But thank you for watching this episode, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, as always, share it around. And I shall see you in the next episode of this series very soon indeed for an episode containing 3 Premier League games that are huge as we look to push for our spot at the top of the Premier League to try and wade off Manchester United. See you later.